The International Red Cross has reportedly asked Hamas to allow the organization to provide critical aid to Israeli hostages. More than 200 people, including Americans, are still believed to be held by the terror group. For more on the humanitarian response, let's bring in International Committee of the Red Cross spokesperson Jason Strazuso for more. Jason, what can you tell us about these face-to-face meetings the Red Cross is having with Hamas?
These meetings started between our senior leadership and their senior leadership from day one. And we can say that this direct contact and the relationship we've had with Hamas going back many years, a relationship that's founded in furthering humanitarian goals, I should add, would have directly led to the first two hostage releases that we saw. And those talks now are continuing. They're well aware that we want to be able to visit the hostages. We want to be able to bring them any medical items that they might need. And we want to be able to provide the hostages the opportunity to exchange messages with their families. Now, those conversations continue. Of course, you understand that I wouldn't be able to share any of the details of the direction or the feedback we're getting on those conversations.
How much is the opening of the Rafah border crossing impacting the flow of humanitarian aid?
Well, the humanitarian aid that has come in, the several dozen trucks, all good news. I think you've probably heard humanitarian leaders say this already, that on the one hand, the medical items, the clean water items that have gotten in helped the hundreds of thousands of people that are in need, but it's not nearly enough. Just maybe 5 days ago, we were able to bring in a surgical team from the Red Cross, and that surgical team is now in one of the hospitals in Gaza, and they are starting to work on patients. The chief surgeon has already told us internally that he is afraid that they're running out of medical material. They're seeing a lot of burn patients, and he shares the sad news that many of his patients are young children, and the fact that he knows that he doesn't have enough medical material to be able to alleviate the pain of these children and other patients in the coming days is weighing heavily on his heart. And you can multiply his situation to the hundreds of other doctors that are working in Gaza right now.
So what has surprised you most over the past few days and weeks, and which areas do you think need the most help right now?
What surprises me the most, I'm going to answer that from the heart, is that the deeper we go into this conflict, the more harrowing the images get. You see the deep suffering and trauma that thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands of families are going through. You see these pictures that are coming out of the medical facilities of young children with burns. And you also know that we're coming up, or we're at the 4-week mark since the initial attack, since hundreds of Israelis and other citizens were kidnapped. And you know that there are parents of Israeli children who do not have their children with them tonight because they're still being held hostage. So there's the initial shock of the violence in the first days and weeks. And now I guess my reaction is we're starting to settle into where these really distressing images and the deep emotional pain is just a daily recurrence, and there's no end in sight for it.
All right, International Committee of the Red Cross spokesperson Jason Strazuso. Jason, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.